Hello, this is this is Carlos from Midwest Refugee Action in Mahancliff, and after last week in Calais when I talked with Josh and Sam, but especially with Sam, about making a user interface to help with the preparation of the distribution. I have been working on this. I have made I was gonna make a prototype, but I have gone a bit further than that, and I think this is almost what we could call a stage one of a distribution management system. Sorry if the name sounds a bit too much, but I cannot describe it in any way. So I'm gonna show you what I have done so far, and yeah, with this little demo. So yeah, I'm gonna crack on with the demo. I'm gonna log in as a Utopia preparation volunteer. Uh, and here this shows me the distribution points we have for Utopia 56. I have for Courroy, and I don't remember the names, so we go to Courroy. And what we see here is it's a replication of the paper we fill up when doing the preparation. Sorry that the layout is not very clear. Is this table? I need to do some work on the table to make it look more obvious. But here we can see we've got regular items, we've got non-regular items, and last week and information about last week's distribution. So I have already put data for, this is 2 days ago, this is yesterday, and I want to show you that, so far we've got hats and jumpers and waterproofs going in the distribution. Yesterday 7 went out, 7 hats, and 7 came back, so obviously in here this says that 0 hats were distributed yesterday. Let's say that I say that 0 came back from yesterday, which will mean that all of them has been distributed, so then this updates, it has been updated here. So with this, what you see is that the data is coming, the data in this kind of table, in the table, is going to a database, and then we fetch the data from the database to put it here. So you know, this is quite a already working system, as you can see it. This is what was supposed to be the prototype. Now I'm gonna show you the next other things I have done. Okay, so the next thing is, so the idea is that you've got a tablet there in the preparation table, and the volunteers go there and input the data. The problem I was thinking is, imagine, you know, you've got 5 volunteers working in two different distributions and going up and down. You cannot be changing tabs in one tablet. So I thought, well, we need to have it to make it multi-device, so people can access from their own phones. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open another browser here with Firefox. So this is gonna be, okay, I'm gonna put this here, and I'm gonna put this here. So now we've got volunteer number 1 on the left and volunteer number 2 on the right. And they are both gonna be in doing Courroy at the same time. I don't like it. Look at this. This is very bad of Firefox. Anyway, so the thing is, it's important that, you know, if they are working at the same time in the same distribution, that they can see what each other is doing. Especially if there is no data in a field, the other one need to know it. So if volunteer 1 says, I'm gonna put 5 hats as returned from yesterday. If I know quickly enough, oops. And then you see that this has been updated also automatically in the volunteer number 2. And then the volunteer number 2 is gonna say, well, I'm putting 7 out today for jumpers, and then ping, it appears in the other one. But I'm very pleased with this kind of multi-editing feature, which will allow people to work into different devices at the same time. Yeah, cool. Yeah. Okay, so now the next thing I was thinking is, you know, so far I have been logging in using a username, which is the prep poll, the Utopia prep poll, this one. But when you have short-term volunteers, you don't want to grant them access to this, and they can take the username and password to the houses, and then somebody may want to mess up with things. And yeah, and then there was an option which is you can be changing this password for the prep volunteer every day, but that is not very handy. So what I have done is I'm gonna log in now as an administrator. When I log in as an administrator, here we've got date token. This date token is a unique 6 characters thing. Each day, it's auto-generated each day, and this would allow day logging. So if the person doing dispatch, well, when the person doing dispatch arrives there, login, gets the date token, and then can give this date token to all the preparation volunteers, then they can go to the website and log in with this, as you will see. So on the left is the dispatcher has taken the token, and then on the right we've got the preparation volunteer. So I'm going to copy it, now I paste it, and then I'm going to log in. Ching! And now I have been logged as a preparation volunteer, but without having the password. I really like this feature as well. I think it's very good. Okay, and now I have only one last thing to show. Right, now last bit of this demo, because we aim high. We want this to work not only for Utopia 56, ideally Help Refugees will want to use it, and then ideally some other people on other organizations anywhere in any other warehouse can use it. God, I love open source. So I'm gonna log in now as a super admin. I have created different roles or different levels of access, but you don't need to go onto that now. And I'm gonna go into administration, and in this tab here, there is another level of administration. Yeah, it's for organizations and users and distribution points. Right, missing there. So here I've got Utopia 56 with its distribution points and its users. I'm going now to add another organization, which can be Help Refugees. Yeah, and here it comes. There are no distribution points. I'm going to add a distribution point for Help Refugees. Whatever, somewhere. I don't know. Somewhere. Well, then the same. I can create the users, and then basically everything I have done so far with users for Utopia 56, it could be done for Help Refugees and their distribution points as well. And this is kind of the end of the demo. Yeah, I mean, there are things. I think after this, it would be good to have a phone chat, especially with you, Sam, and see if you like it. If you like it and you want to use it, we need to think about the next stages. Basically, the main thing is what happens with the data, which should, I get in theory, goes to the master spreadsheet. But that is another level of development. This is it for now. Let me pause this. Right, and the last thing I want to say, if anybody's interested in the code, you can go to this GitHub account here. So yeah, if you go to this URL, all the source code is here, available for web. And with that, I send all my love from all your friends from Midwest Refugee Action, woo! And from myself. There I go. Woohoo! Bye.